Welcome back to the Aligned by Design Find Your Voice, Show Up, and Get Paid series. Every video has been offering belonging, helping you stop shrinking and actually take up space as the brand that you already are. Aligned by Design because you are a brand. Are you talking to the camera, posting consistently, doing all the things that you think it takes to be a content creator? Well, let me tell you what's really going on. Your message is falling flat. They're not really feeling you. Oh, I know that hit hard, didn't it? They don't feel moved enough to buy from you. They don't feel moved enough to subscribe to you. But what does it take for me to build connections online? I doesn't feel like people are overlooking my stuff. Here's the thing. It's not the product itself. It's not your videos as a whole. It's not your personality. People need to feel like they belong here. They belong with your content. It's your message. You have not built a connection with your audience. It's what I see happening all of the time. People post on a surface level. Oh, everybody, look at my meal today. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, great. Okay, what is that doing for other people? I went to Target today and okay, what is that doing for other people? Oh my God, y'all, I got these lashes done today. But like, what is that doing for other people? People are not just watching because it's you, especially when you're brand new. They're watching because they feel something. Either it's relatable, either there's a mood that they pick up off of your energy while they're watching your videos. Maybe even in your Instagram captions as you are posting different pieces of content that they are getting things that they can grasp, they can implement, or you just uplift a person's mood. This is how you're going to start creating connections. You have to have heart. You have to have emotion and a clear reason of why your audience should even care. Anybody can go on Alibaba, get a purse, and start selling it. But why do they want your purse? And why do they want that purse specifically? You feel what I'm saying? Anybody could become a content creator. But why should they care that you're becoming a new content creator? Huh? You won't feel seen and you won't feel heard until you piece together the language that your audience wants to hear. You want to feel connected to an audience. So therefore, your audience gives you likes, gives you comments, gives you shares, right? Buys your product, come back for more, open up their emails from you as you're doing your email marketing, right? You want them to open up their SMS text. You want to get lead magnets, right? You see how I just did that? I am using language that you guys want to hear and that language that you guys look up as an entrepreneur trying to do 1099 lifestyle, freelancing, content creation. You feel what I'm saying? You have to use the language. You have to discipline yourself to have a message. Listen, you have to discipline yourself to have a message that your audience likes to hear certain words. Okay? You're showing up with desire, but you're not showing up with discipline. Those are two different things, right? Okay, so you know how I was saying I had started YouTube in 2011. I was treating YouTube as a hobby. I didn't treat YouTube as a brand, right? I didn't show up as repetitively. I didn't show up and know who my target audience was. I was just making videos based off of, oh, I'm about to do my natural hair today, or oh, I got a new wig today, y'all. Okay, look at this, boop. Or I turn on my camera and do a topic video. Or sometimes I would have a travel vlog. It was all over the place. Who was my audience? When you guys are all over the place, you don't have a consistent, concise message that people can stick to. And you have to give people something that they can hold on to. Therefore, you have to work on your messaging. When you're all over the place and your YouTube channel and your e-commerce platform just look like a little hobby, like anybody can throw up some items and start selling it, right? Anybody can do that. But are you using it as like a side hobby? Because people can make Poshmark accounts. People can make eBays. You know what I'm saying? How is your e-commerce going to be different from somebody who uses Poshmark? You feel what I'm saying? How is your YouTube channel from somebody who doesn't use it as a hobby from using your YouTube channel like a business, like the business focal point? That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see, because that was my biggest thing that I did not implement when I first started out YouTube. Okay? When I first started out YouTube, I was singing. Y'all, literally, I went from singing to natural hair videos, to wig reviews, to product reviews, to travel vlogs, all over the place. This right here is going to refrain from you being all over the place, and so that you get the connection to an audience that you need in order to pull in those leads, to pull in those subscribers, right? To pull in more watch time. You have to have a focal point, which is therefore the message. That's why I've been telling you guys, if you have not got it so far, you have to get the audience solution template. That is the free tool. Well, I have you guys grasp and research Who is your audience? How are you going to serve them? If they aren't buying and they're not subscribing to you, it's not because your content is bad, and it's not because you chose the wrong product. It's because your messaging has not made them feel like you're for them. When you guys are writing your pieces of content, you want your content to have a tone. You want your content, that's why they say, with your brand identity. That's what the Find Your Why guidebook helps you do, right? Template itself helps you serve the audience, right? How are you going to serve them, right? You know their pains, you know their issues. Okay, but how are you going to serve them? How come I'm not getting a connection? The Find Your Why guidebook will help you guys gain the clarity and the confidence you need to develop a message so that you can continuously go further with your brand, and you're not no longer like, how come nobody's engaging? You now have a steady focal point. We talk about your brand identity and your brand's tone. So my brand's tone is coachable, warm, but conversational. I try to make all of my videos feel very like, it's like, yeah, girl, or yeah, guy, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. Ain't this hard? This is so painful. And the reason why it's so painful is because you keep doing this. And the more you keep doing this, the less you're going to reach this. But because I have the solution, which is the Find Your Why guidebook and the template, my biggest messaging is for you to align by design. Go back to who you are originally designed to be. Go back and sit back with yourself and write down who you're going to serve. Because when you write down who you're going to serve, that's going to help you position your power. You see, that's how I created my messaging. I constantly have messaging that tells you guys you are an asset. You are a brand. And therefore, I help you guys create your brands. The messaging is clear. You need to have clear messaging through every post. E-commerce. Let's say you selling wine glasses. You got to use language that will help sell this wine glass. That's marketing. That's pitching, right? That's a sales pitch. Why should somebody drink out of this glass? You're going to create a picture for them. You're going to use words that they like and they use that they search up, right? And that's how you use SEO. When people are saying use SEO, you're using the language that they would type in that will help them discover what it is that you're going to sell. So you're not just going to say a wine glass. Oh, this is a wine glass. Yeah, it's a wine glass, but describe it to me. Tell me why I need it in my life. Tell me what am I missing out on this thing? Why is it causing me more pain if I don't get this thing? You feel what I'm saying? That's how you need to explain your products and the pieces that you're selling on your e-commerce platform. You know that term called fear of missing out? Tell us why we should have the fear of missing out. If you don't get your message clear, you're going to continue to feel invisible. You're going to continue to be posting without intention. You're going to continue to not know who your audience is, and therefore you won't have a loyal fan base. You won't get the subscribers you want. You won't get the YouTube play button you want. You won't get the watch time hours you want. Therefore, you will not be able to have an influx of people who want to be there for you, to support you. You know what I'm saying? And therefore you will not be creating a brand. You will be getting passed up. Okay? You will keep feeling like your stuff isn't working, and you'll start to feel like you're a failure and that you're not capable of becoming a brand when you are already a brand to begin with. Okay? It's because your messaging has not been clear, it ain't been consistent, and it's not aligned. Not only we want to create income, right, outside of our 9-to-5s, but we might have bigger goals. And all these bigger goals that you have, for like financial stability, how are you going to reach financial stability if people don't understand what you offer or what you talk about? What is the message? Where are you trying to lead them to? They're going to be just as lost as how you are publishing, as you are posting your content. Make sure y'all are reframing from that. You're no longer in that feeling. Right now, you feel like you're in a pit. Then you'll be looking around other people's content to be just like them, when you need to be you. Then you'll start to be like, I don't even know what makes me different from the next person. Honestly, how people start forgetting who they are, because they looking around the next person who has the content, who has the audience, and then you over here talking about back with another banger. Like I said in that other video, you over here copying everybody else on YouTube talking about some back with another banger. You know dang well that's not what you want to say, but because you feel like that was entertaining enough, you over here just regurgitating somebody else's stuff. Okay, and then you start feeling bad about yourself, talking about doing this for nothing, and people keep saying to show up to post the content, but nobody's noticing me, nobody's recognizing me anyway. You feel like you're unrecognizable. You're like, I can't keep doing this if nobody's listening. I can't keep doing this if nobody's liking, nobody's commenting. Posting, I've been trying to sell, and I still don't know what I'm doing wrong. You're like, I feel like I'm talking to a wall. You start to believe that your ideas are useless. Nobody's participating with you. Nobody's participating in the ideas or the products that you want to promote. And this makes you feel like crap. And you think it's you. No, it's your messaging. You start thinking like, nobody cares what I have to say. Now I feel like I'm in imposter syndrome. No, you don't have imposter freaking syndrome. You'll be wasting your time if you don't change your approach. Change your approach. The Find Your Why guidebook is going to help you figure out your approach. Your approach is therefore your messaging. It's going to help you stop doubting and stop comparing. If you just sit on not changing your approach, one day you're just not even going to recognize your own ideas. One day you're just not even going to be able to recognize your own dream. That's what happens. Maybe you're at this point, but you didn't really realize it until you watched this video, right? But somewhere along the way, you started chasing other people's dreams. You know how I said you be looking outside your content, looking at other people's content? Y'all ever saw that movie, that new Disney movie called Wish? I wanted to see it in theaters. I really did, but I ended up picking up the DVD at the library, right? So the guy, he starts off the movie collecting everyone else's wishes as if he's protecting their wishes. No. He's upset that his wish didn't come. So then he starts to collect everyone else's wish. Built his whole kingdom off of other people's dream because he abandoned his own. Stop abandoning yourself. Stop abandoning yourself. When you abandon your dreams, your idea, you abandon your content, when you abandon your message, when you don't tweet things, you are therefore saying, I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. That is you abandoning yourself when you know dang darn well you got an idea, right? But you need more clarity on how to get that message across as a deliverable. So therefore, you'll get the leads that you need that will be magnetic to you. Your job is to have a message that magnetically attracts people to want to become a lead. A lead meaning they're a hot client, not a warm client, not a cold client. A hot client that's ready to buy. They're like, okay, what you got up for me next? What you got for me? I believe in the mission. I believe in your message. I believe in what you stand for. I stand for that too. Now, what can I do to be a part of your movement? That's how you want your message to be like, okay? They want to be a part of buying your products. They want to be a part of getting services from you. They want to be a part of your YouTube journey. You got to show people connection. You stop believing your message was enough. You stop believing that the products that you wanted to sell, if it was good enough. You have to give people something that mirrors what they feel inside. Okay? When people do cooking content, they're not just cooking. They are relating either to your heritage, either to your stomach. Okay? They are connecting through smells, through ingredients, okay? Through I would say like kitchen decor, kitchen interior, cabinetry, knives, cutlery. You feel what I'm saying? It's giving you different things that you can be connected to. It's not just cooking. It's changing your lifestyle, your eating habits. It's changing your diet. It's changing the way you see yourself. You see what I'm saying? It changes the way you see yourself. It changes the way you think. Okay? It's influential. Cooking videos can become influential. How are your products? How is your e-commerce site communicating influence? How are you communicating influence? Ask yourself that question. I want you to write in the comment section below. If your content right now does not feel influential, tell me how can your content become influential? Write that in the comments and then start thinking on that, on how you post and you produce your content in the background. Make it so that it's influential by mirroring your audience's pain points, what they want to become, and why do they feel the way that they feel. You're mirroring what that person feels. You're not just selling a product. You're giving people a piece of themselves back. Give people a piece of themselves back. Just fitness. When you do fitness content, you are allowing people to get a piece of themselves back. How? Because when they lose that weight, when they see their muscles defined, right? When they lose their back, when they lose them rolls, they get a piece of their confidence back. They get a piece of themselves back. When you teach people hair and beauty content, you're teaching people how to get a piece of themselves back. You see? That's how you are mirroring. Your message needs to mirror a part of them. It needs to touch them. What's missing is that you're not touching their hearts. Okay? And if your audience cannot find themselves in your brand, they'll scroll right past it. Offering belonging. People need to feel like they belong here. They belong with your content. So how are you going to be able to do this? Well, down in the description box below, I have the Find Your Why guidebook. That is where you thoroughly script out, you fill out the pages, and you're going to tie in your audience's pain with the mirroring. The guidebook is where you're going to write down how you're going to mirror that audience. Mirror them. So this is an action. So then it becomes action oriented, and you're going to implement that out by speaking the language they want to hear, right? So let's say you did do cooking content. Your audience might be an audience who likes Mexican food, bell peppers. Oh, okay, avocado. They like the sound of bell peppers and avocado and sizzling sounds and the aromas. You see what I'm saying? You're using the language that they would use. Okay, things that make them spark up. And that's what your brand colors should also be doing. They make your audience pique interest. This is how you magnetically attract people to your brand, okay, and to your message. I hope that was clear and understood. Make sure y'all get the Find Your Why guidebook down below so you guys can craft your message and make sure it's clear, right? I'm here to give you guys clarity and confidence with your brand preparations through YouTube and e-commerce platforms. It's your digital design coach, Sultry Accessory. I'll see y'all in video number 8 of 12 in the Line by Design Find Your Voice, Show Up, and Get Paid series.